welcome everyone to the Moisky News for March the 16th, 2020. Today I want to talk about Labour because quite frankly all the discussion and panicking around the coronavirus is doing my head in. So we're going to start with David Lammy. For those who don't know who David Lammy is, he was elected in 2000 at the age of 27 in Tottenham. He's actually very popular in his constituency. Can't fault him for that. He's a bit of a moron. He's somebody that, unironically, while campaigning to protect the Windrush generation and, of course, those criminals that were sent away recently, was the person that agreed to it and signed it while in office. Genius. Who now believes that the extremes in the Labour Party have been horrendous, which is interesting for somebody that, while on the back benches for the better part of a decade, is very much a part of the extremes. It's nice to see a little hindsight, I guess. Maybe we'll see him change over time, although X to doubt, I don't think for a second David Lammy is going to change. I have the word belligerent stuck in my head and I'm not sure why. Moving on from him though, Labour have been urged to close a loophole. Now this loophole gives SNP politicians, some of them, a vote in the leadership contest. Somewhat understandably, there are people within the Labour Party that believes this will shatter the confidence in the process unless immediate action is taken. This comes after SNP George Adam, who is the chief whip in the Scottish Parliament, had received a ballot paper because he is a member of Unite, which is an affiliate of the Labour Party. Now, Labour have said they've removed the MSP from the system and is not eligible to vote, but unfortunately, votes are still being cast. 103,000 affiliates have been added to the electorate. The majority of them are members from Unite, which have endorsed Rebecca Long-Bailey and Richard Bergen, which means that affiliate voters and registered supporters now have to be rechecked to ensure that only those that have formally signed or affirmed to they share Labour values have a vote on the future of the party. Best of luck to you. This sounds like an administrative hell. It should be noted, a spokesperson for the party defends the fact that they have a robust process which has safety in place to safeguard the integrity of the leadership elections. You do a preference system. What is there to safeguard? It's all done by preference. Jesus. Moving on from that, the Corona Ebola. I'm going to call it the, okay, what's the name of a really bad beer today? The Foster's virus. The Labour Party has, because of the Foster's virus, decided to cancel a special conference where they would announce the results of the leadership election as a precaution against the Foster's virus outbreak. Now, I get it. Large gatherings, understandable. Surely, though, you could just gather at a McDonald's drive-thru car park and do it there. Have one reporter who's totally unbiased. Might I recommend someone from the BBC? Their legitness, just so we can see who Boris is going to summarily pummel for the next 5 years, because I've yet to see one of them put forward anything that makes them look like they could be a perceivable threat. All so far, they've shown me anyway, is that all they're willing to do is say, he can't be trusted, and that's it, which is unacceptable. Prove it, please. And by that I mean, while I myself am fully aware that Boris has done things that are less than desirable, it would be good on the politician to actually do the same, but to show receipts. Making the claim he can just fob off. Actually proving it would be better. Maybe I'm not thinking enough like a politician. Just point and go, I don't like you. But that's not enough, is it now? He holds a huge majority, and one of you three needs to do something special. Along with this leadership conference, voting, announcement, or whatever you want to call it, the Lib Dems and Plaid Cymru have also announced their cancellation of their spring conferences, which I find fascinating. Don't know why you two need to announce it. I didn't even realise you were both still parties. Now to go back to the voting with regards to the leadership campaign. A meeting that was held at Wellington Road Community Centre in Dudley on the 7th of February descended into what many have called a farce, with there being claims that too many voters were cast and 22 members were stopped from taking part. Following an investigation, the results of the meeting have been declared void by the National Labour Party. The chosen candidates were Rebecca Long-Bailey and Richard Bergen. Labour Party has said that the Dudley nomination was declared void by the party nationally. It was alleged that a total of 96 votes were cast, but there were a number of eligible voters of only 90. Not many, but I guess it counts for something. And the fact that this has happened is a damning statement, with there being more people now calling for paper ballots to be sent out, because some still have yet to receive any kind of email to electronically cast their preference. It's getting quite farcical now, isn't it? Anyway, with all of this, I'd very much like to know what you think. So please do let me know in the comments down below. As one final thing, because I normally do this on the main channel, but I thought I'd do it here as well. I'm streaming on Omega on Plays tonight, linked in the description.